gentlemen. Also, thanks a lot for having me here. I would also like to say special thanks to Mr. Deepak Gupta because he always teaches me a new thing. He gives me a subject of which I'm not very much aware of. First, he gave me building a brand, then last time it was scaling up the kitchen cabinetry. I'm not a manufacturer of kitchens. We sell only the hardware. So when he asked me to speak on the subject of state of modular furniture industry in India, that perhaps again is not my area. I'm an expert in the furniture fittings, not in furniture. Yes, our fittings make the furniture, help the furniture to make modular is a different issue. So this is what exactly I was talking about, size of industry and how do we, I'm saying why Indian industry, modular industry has not grown so well. And this was my first slide, which I'm talking about the objective. So we have to exploit the market potential. Now imagine Indian furniture industry, what is the size and what is the percentage of modular furniture industry? First thing you see, I brought this slide of 2009. It says $10 billion plus is the market size, growing at the rate of 6%. It says India, and it's talking about 6% plus growth. And if you see, $10 billion plus. That means in 2009, the furniture industry size of India was more than, say, $10 billion. I'm just taking $10 billion because Italians cannot think beyond $10 billion. The maximum size is $10 billion. Now imagine next situation, 2015. They are still classifying as $10 billion. Growth rate has gone down to 5%. But India is the second largest growing country from furniture industry viewpoint. The only one is Vietnam, which is primarily in export oriented and solid wood. They're exporting primarily to Europe and more to US. Now in 6 years time, $10 billion, I'm assuming $10 billion only. What would be the size of the industry today? More than $15 billion, sir? Correct? I'm just taking 6%, sir. I'm not taking more than 6%. Compounded annually will make $15 billion. Multiply by today's rate. It's 1 lakh crore. Most of the people do not get the size of the industry correct. There, if you talk to 100 people, they will always talk different figures. Am I right, sir? You just talk to yourself and you know what the size you had the idea about. And this is the most authenticated data in the world on furniture industry. So what we are talking about is size of more than 1 lakh crore. And what is the size of modular furniture industry in India? I do not know what all of people must have, because it's a highly fragmented industry, small companies, small units. To be honest with you, it will be less than 6,000 crores or in the range of 6,000 crores. Now you see, what is the consumption? And you see, we decided that what is the objective of business? To profit on a continual basis. And you can profit, your business can grow, only the industry is growing. If industry is not growing, there is very little chance that your business will grow unless you are something really, really extraordinary. So it is very, very pertinent to understand for any business that business should be the industry should be growing. If you are not a part of the growing industry, let me be honest with you, the growth of yours would be limited, or effort or risk-reward ratio would be adversely placed. Now see some data. What is the consumption of different countries? $336. China, $120. They have divided the data in two different parts, high income group and low income countries. High income countries, the consumption per capita is going from 200 to, in fact, in some of the countries, $400 also, per capita, per annum. And India, it's less than $12. So what would be the size of the industry in due course of time? And this includes conventional furniture. I'm not talking the modular furniture. With $12 per capita consumption and global average being more than $70 and Western world more than $400, what is the future of furniture industry? Is it good or bad, sir? Is good or bad, sir? I'm not hearing anything. Correct. That means if you have to select an industry, where would you like to put your money on? Correct, sir. Can you name any industry which would be, you are sure of growth for the next 30 years? Any industry. I would be too happy to invest my money in that company or in that industry. Sir, anybody if can name, I'm saying they're different guys from different, all are intelligent, making a lot of money, which can name an industry which will keep on growing for 30 years at a stretch without any blips. Ask the people when 2008 what happened. Yes, correct. Absolutely right. But not in, that will be grow only in India. Definitely, but you will have to have a lot of investment for that. And what is the investment you're making in this business? It's a negative working capital industry, sir. You don't invest any money. So unless you've got deep pockets, you cannot go to health industry. Now, what I'm saying that basically the industry will keep on growing for many, many years, so you're in the right industry. Next thing I'm talking about, you see there are 4 different slides and different data. I've just tried to collate on a single slide just to reduce the. First slide is talking about linking the consumption to the per capita income. Higher is the income, higher is the consumption. You see on the horizontal scale, it is talking about the income per capita. On the vertical scale, they're talking about the consumption, per capita consumption. All the countries which have got higher income per capita, they have got a huge consumption. Now another thing basically you will see, second slide. What is 2005 and 2014. This was the production of low income group countries, and this is the production now. And see the consumption. This was the consumption in 2005, and this is the consumption in 2014. The consumption per capita is rising in all the countries having low income group. As their income is improving per capita, consumption is also increasing. And another data, see this one. The developed group countries, the consumption is more or less stagnant. And see the consumption of low income group countries. Do you see the difference? So whether you're talking about the consumption of furniture per capita will keep on growing. If the demand is growing, what will be the supply side? Simple. So what I'm saying again, the basic purpose of this my presentation is that the furniture industry has got an exceptionally bright future. It's up to you to make use of it or not to make use of it. And see this slide also. The consumption in all the 2008 came down, and thereafter it has not gone to the old levels. But irrespective of the 2008 or economic slowdown, the consumption of the poor countries is increasing. So whichever viewpoint you want to see, it is in your favor. So let us do the right things and make use of the ample opportunity before us. Now you see, as I was saying, the size of the Indian furniture module industry is not more than 6,000 crores. And fortunately, unfortunately, 50 to 60% is occupied or cornered by the top 5 people in the industry. So you can imagine what would be the size of the leftovers. All of us basically, I'm saying most of the companies are very, very small in size. Neither they can go for technology. Buying some machine is not the technology. Neither they can automate the processes, nor they can innovate, or not they can bring any type of. So what we are talking about. Another basic thing you have to understand, that furniture is now becoming a lifestyle product, is no more longer an item of utility. The way you are dressed up, the way you, I would say, your offices, people make, the way you dressed up or the vehicle you use, people make an idea about your income or not. Yes or no? Similarly, the furniture of your office and home both give an idea about your personality and also the income level. So it's no longer is an item of utility. Furniture is now a lifestyle product and should be marketed and dealt with like that. Second, what I'm talking about, e-retailers, Pepperfry, Urban Ladder, Homeland, all are doing, they have created an excitement around it. How many people looked at furniture as an industry? Nobody, I would say. There were different reasons, but there was no excitement either. But today, with the coming of all the e-retailers, this is not catching excitement. And what we are talking about, sir. One more thing, that it was reserved for a small scale sector till 31st March 2015. Do you know, or how many people know, basically earlier any large scale or a group was not allowed to enter the furniture industry. It was reserved for a small scale. So no major investment came. I do not know if you go to any time in Indonesia, forget China, people know China. If you go to even Indonesia and Vietnam, you will be surprised to see the size of the factories. People are employing more than 5,000 workers in mechanized operations, not handmade furniture. Exporting 700 containers a month. That's the size of the scale of the operations. Another thing, basically, that despite India being a very, say, individualistic type of approach, we still are accepting modular furniture more and more. We don't, we are open if somebody is using the modular furniture in his home, and we are not looking it down. You see, conventional furniture, solid furniture is definitely more expensive as compared to modular furniture, and which is panel-based furniture. But people are taking panel-based furniture also at the equal value. So it's not today the acceptability has gone up many fold. And I'm saying that, as I said earlier many times, the size of our units is very small, and even the size of the aggregate, aggregate size is also very small, minuscule. So there is a huge gap available to you. Huge opportunity exists, exploited well. Does it sound interesting, sir? So this was all the data. Now let's go to the second part, why we are not doing so good, and what should we do? Am I right, sir? Thank you for accepting it. Now, first thing, what are the reasons? There is one slide which is from Europe, down the right-hand corner, which is talking about the average size of kitchen in Europe, or average price. You see, 50% kitchens are between 2,000 to 10,000 euro. Average price of less than 3.5 lakh rupees. And these are fully loaded kitchens, sir. All the appliances included. What is the average price of Indian kitchen, sir? Other day I met one gentleman. He told me that he had sold 400 kitchens at an average price of 15 lakhs in last year. I saluted him for that basically price, but I also was wondering if the average price of the kitchen is 15 lakhs rupees of 400 kitchens, the people who must have bought the kitchen never work in the kitchen. Somebody else works in the kitchen for them. Why did they buy? It's only the lifestyle, nothing else. So if we get the high level of customization we are doing, which is making the price of the furniture too expensive for the buyer, the real value is coming is very, very little. You see, he's paying $100 and what he's getting, or say he's converting $1 and he's getting instead of 70 rupees, 30 rupees, 40 rupees. So over the period he will start realizing, and he's not interested in believing any furniture manufacturer that he's getting the right value. So you may be not making too high a profit, but the problem is that we are losing lot of value in the chain, supply chain. And the reason is that we are not opting for mass customization. They are in no economies of scale. Small companies buying something from somewhere, something from somewhere. Can you tell me even name a single company which can manufacture 1,000 cabinets a day? Forget 10,000. Nobilia manufactures 2,500 kitchens a day in 8-hour shift. 2,500 kitchens, that is the largest company in the world, beating Masco. Masco is no longer now. 10,000 kitchens, so 2,500 kitchens a day. You name even a single company in India which is just doing the cabinetry and can do 1,000 cabinets a day. So how do we get the value? We are wasting lot of time, lot of money by not reaching the economies of scale. And I said that basically we are delivering only 40 rupees to $1 to the end customer. I'm sorry, but this is the hard fact of the life.
So you say manufacturing cost is high?
No, sir. We will talk about that question. We are losing lot of value in the process. For example, the person who is doing 1,000 cabinets a day or 10,000 cabinets a day, and the person who is doing 10 cabinets a day, the cost of production would be different, even if he's not charging any profit. So a lot of value is being lost in the money. Now, if somebody wants, instead of 600 mm drawer or a cabinet, he wants 670 or 570, what will happen? Lot of money is being wasted without any value addition. I'm talking all these issues, how to solve the problem a little later. And if there are still questions, I'm here for 2 days, so you can always talk to me. Now, what do we do? If you have to learn that basically instead of fighting for the market share, we drive the market. Driving the market is different than acquiring the market share. And for that, first thing we have to do, that we have to go for the mass customization. Sir, I will give you the copy, you just write me a mail, I will give you the copy, no problem on that issue. Somebody stole my, last year and used for my competition, so that's the reason I have not given the copy to Mr. Gupta, but otherwise, if anybody wants, I'm saying our competition did not even have the data, they stole my data resume. I'm not joking. They hired a consultant and she took my presentation to give MSA. So that's the reason this time I've not given the presentation to Mr. Gupta, and that was the reason you had to wait for a few minutes. I'm telling the truth, speaking the truth, to be honest with you. I'm not telling a lie. Now, second thing, basically, that understand one thing, do you want to be dictated? Or do you want to take your own decision? Come again, sir? Yes, sir. That means every customer also would not like to be dictated. when he doesn't want to be dictated and he does not have the knowledge, because he will not buy 2 kitchens or 2 pieces of furniture for very long. The frequency of buying the furniture, piece of furniture or the kitchen is not very high. That means he is not or she is not experienced enough. What do? We help her to go through by giving me an expert advice. So you will help her or him to take a decision based on your expert knowledge. And once you are doing this, a lot of publicity will come to you, a lot of good feelings will come to you. Second, what I'm talking about, that try to achieve the economies of scale. You see, we would like to offer a decision-making opportunity to the buyer, but close-ended. Say, colors 6. I was talking to one European company which is having a turnover of more than 7,000 crores per annum. Their kitchen is designed in the multiples of 150 mm. You want 2 drawer, 3 drawer, 4 drawer, 5 drawer, it will be only multiple of 150. Not 160, not 140, not 200, not 300. It will multiple, so 300 you can possible, 450 is possible, but not 140, 160. What do you do, sir? You are saving lot of money, lot of inventory, and no setup time. Use branded material, sir. Huh? Next one. Can I ask you one simple question? Ahuja sir, can I ask simple question? Why do we use celebrity for advertising our product? Just give me an answer, no, sir. Why do we use celebrity? Because our product is not strong enough. We need a celebrity to endorse, or there's no differentiation. That's the reason I brought the Intel inside. Will you buy a computer? Every computer has got the Intel. Will you buy a computer today without Intel? So why should you have a problem using the branded material? Why do you want to offer substandard material to the customer of yours? I'm not selling Hettich, sir. I'm sorry, I'm not here to sell the Hettich. There is not even a single slide from Hettich. I'm saying something different. I'm saying that you use any material. I'm not saying brand A, brand B, brand C. I'm questioning the concept. I'm questioning just the concept. What should you do? Did I say brand A, brand B, brand C? Abhi to this yet to something more yet to come, sir. Why are you so scared of? Sir, something more to come. Then you see, ask basic question, are we delivering 70 rupees to $1 to a customer? If not, then customer will not come back to you. I'm stuck up, I'm in different country, I have no problem, I have exchange. There are many foreigners sitting here, if they come to India, how do they spend? They have to pay a taxi wala or the tip or something else. So whatever rate of exchange offered by the hotel, they take the, convert the currency, but next time they try to make it a point to change it at the airport or with the banker. Everyone wants full value for his money, and that's what we have to deliver. If we don't deliver, we are killing the customer for tomorrow. So what is important? Are we delivering the right value? And I tell you one thing, I just gave one example, and I said that something more is coming. What is the dimension of a cabinet of 600, sir? Am I right, sir? What is the side panel thickness? Sir, कितनी होती है, sir? 36? Correct, sir? What is the drawer runner thickness? Say 25, 12.7 into 2, 25. If you reduce 36 and 25 from 600, what will you get? 539. Then you have to fix a bracket to tighten the, drawer with the. Then why are people selling 520 mm basket? Are they not shortchanging the customer? Cheating him? Delivering short material? Give me one answer, sir. All the people are sitting here. Sir, we will talk later on. Correct, sir? We will talk later on. No problem, because I don't want to make it a basically I'm talking the knowledge. I'm giving. Sir, we will talk little later. Sir. And incidentally, Hettich sells much more basket than what you're selling. So let us not talk about that issue. Second issue I will give you. What is runner, sir? 500 mm? Yes or no? What is the depth of a runner? 500. Why we are using 485? So now Mr. Ahuja will answer this answer. If you are using 500 mm runner, which has to be fit inside the cabinet, so it has to be, the basket also has got to be 500 mm, or every drawer has got to be 500 mm. Clear, sir? Now let's move to the next one. One more thing which I forgot. Build local brand. You see, most of the companies are not very large in size. So it is very, very difficult for anyone to build a national level brand, so we will have to try to build a local level, that within the area you are operating. Suppose you are operating in Maharashtra, there is no point trying in Karnataka. Build the brand first in your area, people will automatically follow you. As I said, let the customer decide what he wants. One more thing, sir, balance aesthetics vis-a-vis functionality is very, very important. As I said, the furniture today is no longer an item of utility, but a lifestyle product. So you have to balance the functionality and aesthetics together. One more thing, manifest the concern for the customer in terms of delivering the value. And also, one of the suggestions which I always give, that whatever you promise to the customer, you give something more than that. Customer will remember you all his life. And always try to give him a solution which is one level higher, what he needs, because he's not experienced, his income is going to go up, his age is he's going to grow older, his exposure is going to increase. So his requirement level also will go up. So whatever he has bought today, I'm saying anticipation of his present level of requirement is not going to last enough. So always try to give him one level higher technology. Another thing basically that some people do not change. One more thing basically that we should understand, rather than, you see what Ramu said little bit, I may say somebody has noticed, that we are not manufacturing local kitchens or furniture. We are just copying. What is the average height of an Indian female? 5'3", 5'5". What is the top cabinetry height? Correct. And suppose you are using shutter which goes up. How will she bring it down? Right on a stool? So always show the concern. I will just give a small example. There is I'm saying you can have a small equipment in your showroom or somewhere else, which is taking the measurement of all those things, and she will or he will get an impression, yes, I'm saying having concern for her health. Then you can adjust the height of the kitchen cabinet or the base cabinet to suit him or her ergonomically. Ergonomically. As I said, standardize. And one more thing in your business, because the furniture will remain a local business, you will have to, still there are not much of the brands except one or two. And I would not like to name them for most of the, you will have to win his or her confidence, and that will give you a lot of mouth publicity, which would work always in your advantage. Now, you see what I was talking about, this is somehow Hettich, but again I'm not selling Hettich, don't bother about it. It's already, I'm saying we have got enough. Now what I'm trying to show you that is the drawer remains the same, Base cabinet remains the same, but you can upgrade the customer depending upon the technology what he wants. And you can always give him a price point so that whichever technology and price he wants or she wants, you are in a position to do this. Now let us talk about, I was just talking about aesthetic and functionality, both you have to balance. Now, this drawer looks nice, no? Single panel, no handle, nothing. But functionality is assured, there are enough number of drawers inside. And this actually could be more cost effective for you. Which I was talking ergonomically, the moment you have got a measurement in your showroom and all those things, the customer will feel happy, yes, you are taking care of. Standardization I already explained to you, I don't have to go through this again. Now talking about the word of mouth publicity. See, we did a job for Ratan Tata. Can there be a person more credible than him? And what did he write? Gupta ji, can you read it for me? I cannot. सर मैक दूं आपको मैं आवाज़ नहीं आ रही है आपकी
I have nothing but the highest praise for the various jobs undertaken by Hettich, both in my home and also in our offices. All the projects undertaken have been very professionally executed and well thought through with great attention to detail. I have been most impressed by the leadership displayed by Mr. Anil Goel and executed by Mr. Prasad Sahani. I am happy to recognize and recommend them for their professional project execution and for the usage of excellently produced hardware from their principal Hettich in Europe, Ratan and Tata.
Sir, we did not pay any money to bring any celebrity, no? This just by doing the right job. And what was the problem? The contractor used, why I'm saying it's very, very important for you to understand, that he had asked our fittings to be used in his bedroom, and there were 12 fittings, and in fact, top line XL. The contractor shortchanged him and installed. You see why I brought this slide for different reason, that it is trying to prove all the points I'm talking about. The contractor shortchanged him by using sub-standard fitting and could not, so he had a problem. Then he asked us to, because he has asked Hettich to be used, and so they thought that is Hettich material. He asked us to look into what exactly the problem was. We told him that these fittings are not Hettich, and we changed the whole, or we set the things right without disturbing the cabinet and the shutters. Understand that I'm changing the sliding system complete without disturbing, without even making a minor modification in the cabinetry or the shutter. That's the reason he wrote this letter. And that's very important. You have to understand and create value for a customer, only then you will be in a position to get repeat business. What ultimately I'm trying to tell you, the future is very, very bright. Industry is large enough, is growing and will keep on growing for many, many years to come. But if we do not change and we do not bring the right value to the customer, I'm sorry, sir, all our efforts will remain. You see, that's the reason that we have not been in a position to grow that fast as we would have grown. Any questions now, sir? I will take. Sir, you will have to have a number of options. If you want, I can send you the complete presentation separately, that there are different possible options. For an example, as I was telling you, that you can have the shutter for a particular width. So you are offering him the 150, 300, 450. So you are giving the choice to the customer, what he wants to decide. Similarly for everything. For example, you can have 450, 600, 900, 750 cabinets size. Whatever he wants, you can use the cabinet, rest of the size of the kitchen, even dimensions. And whatever space is left, you can use the bottle pull-outs or the and still, if it is less than 150 mm, you can just fix the towel rail there. So there's always a method to customize. There are a lot of facilities available today with us, with others, anywhere, which can give you the options to make use of this space. Yeah. Sir, you see, the moment you tell him, yes. Sir, exactly. The moment you tell that he is a standard offering, he will not buy from you. He will go somewhere else. So you will have to give him the options. You are not giving that exactly as said, that you do not, you help her to take the decision. Say option 1, option 2, you are giving 6 options for everything. You say refrigerator, A, B, C, D, E, what you want. For oven, what you want. So you are not offering only 1 item or 2 items, you are giving enough options. But for you, that is a standard. Anything else, sir? There is separate, actually, the one of the presentation last time, I'm saying, was only on the same thing. So if you just write me a mail, I will forward this to you.
I personally think that the biggest problem in the kitchen area
Not the kitchen, sir, furniture industry you're talking about. Huh? Yeah.
basically kitchen and modular spaces where the product is made bespoke to a specific size.
Yes, sir.
So the question is, what I notice is the service after manufacture,
Correct,
the
sir.
installation,
Yes.
the coordination of all the different players in the setting up of your systems. So what is the solution to that?
Sir, you could
It's
not
very
be-
unorganized. I don't know what is the solution
Sir,
to that.
I will give you the answer, sir.
please.
You cannot be more right than what actually you just, I'm also talking about the same concept which I was telling you, but for the audience. You see, most of the time, we get the money before that kitchen leaves our factory and install at the place. Correct? And I'm sorry but actually the margin rates are in kitchen are very, very high today. So even if 5% is left, we are not much bothered about it. So we do not, since money is already received by us, we do not care about the customer. I gave one of the idea that you have installed the kitchen and after 1 month just give a call. Ki, "Sab, is everything running fine?" And see the impact. The customer will not remain your customer, she will become your advocate. Yes, sir. So it is person to person. That's our problem is that we are assuming the moment money is received, job is done. Sir, do you know IKEA is offering 25-year guarantee on the kitchen?
Next year.
Come again, sir.
I think IKEA is coming in next year.
Sir, IKEA is offering 25-year warranty on the kitchens. No other product.
Lovely.
Everything, sir, 25 years. Madam, I'm not the advocate of IKEA. I'm just giving you the knowledge. Or not I sell IKEA. I sell to IKEA. Our company sells to IKEA, but I am not their advocate or anybody's advocate.
Sir, if I request you to have the rest of the questions tea session.
Sure, thank you. I would too happy.